Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Josh, Tim, and I did drive 8 hours to Crandon, Wisconsin. Took us, it was about 500 miles or so. Went through Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, went through Green Bay. Tim had to stop at Lambeau. So anyway, we're a little bit into the trail. Trail initially starts out on just pavement road and then does get into dirt a little bit. We're a couple miles in right now. We're gonna go a little bit further and try to find a good spot for camp. We've officially hit dirt.
You're making my car dusty.
So we're just getting into the 7-hour plane crash trail. You had to get into the town of Crandon and then go to the Crandon Raceway. And then there's a road right next to the Crandon Raceway that heads north. You're gonna take that for a couple miles. It's still pavement at that point. And then when you get to the end of that road, you hang a left, still pavement. And then you'll go roughly 2 to 3 miles, and then you turn right on this little offshoot, which quickly turns into a dirt road. So essentially the start of the trail is just pavement to begin with, but you're on dirt roads here pretty quick. You know, there's still houses and cabins scattered throughout this road. So we're just getting into it. We'll see what the rest of it has to offer. I will be very surprised if you have to engage four-wheel drive at all during this entire trail.
That's not selling it.
I think it's going to be more of a scenic drive than technical.
This is better maintained than a lot of the dirt roads that we grew up on, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just because there's still houses scattered throughout here. I'm sure once it gets to an area where there's not many houses, the road will probably deteriorate a little bit. Currently on Divide Road, coming up on Pine River Road, and Divide Road turns into Jones Dam Road. So pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. Haven't seen any houses in a while. All dirt roads. Haven't seen any other vehicles in a while either. But when I first heard about this trail, the 7-hour plane crash trail, I initially thought it went to a plane crash, and that's kind of what piqued my interest in it. I soon found out that there are no plane crashes anywhere along this trail. Essentially, this trail was developed or found by a Baja racer, and I guess Baja racers used to call their races plane crashes. And it took that Baja racer approximately 7 hours to do this trail from Crandon, Wisconsin to Copper Harbor, Michigan. So that's why they call it that. So it looks like we pop back out to a main road here for a hot second, and then we hop right back on the trail. So yeah, we're getting to the dirt part that ends here. We are at State Highway 70. Looks like we're gonna hang a right. And then we're only gonna go maybe 1/8 of a mile. It looks like the trail picks right back up here on the left. Cary Dam Road.
Yeah, I just told Tim there's a 0% chance we would have been able to navigate this without some sort of a app or map.
Yeah, the Onyx app was definitely the way to go. So Tim, first time driving the Gladiator?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah, right?
I think it is. Thoughts, first impressions?
Just love it.
It's a little bit tighter than the Ram.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yep. Not as much space to move around. And I would definitely push the seat back a little further than you like it.
Oh, yeah. If you need to move it, go
No,
right
it's
ahead.
fine,
I can put it back to where I need it.
But it's just so comfortable.
Yeah, for, like I said, long road trips between the Wrangler and the Gladiator, hands down, Gladiator, way more comfortable. For off-roading, you know, like I said, this can do most things the Wrangler can do, but for those really, really tough trails, the Wrangler all the way.
Is the turning radius, I'm sure it's not as good, but compared to like a Ram truck, how's the turning radius on this compared to like your Ram?
I'd say it's probably about the same.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about the same. The Ram truck is a little bit longer, but not by much. Like when I put that hitch receiver in the back end of it, it's probably about the same length as our Ram 1500.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Right.
So it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think we may have found our camping site that we're gonna set up at. A little spot just off the main road, the main path. It's right next to a river. Oh, that's cool. Let's set up camp.
Tim's on fire. Sorry, it's still burning.
Oh my god, really?
Alright, so it's the beginning of day 2 here on the 7-hour plane crash trail. We just packed up camp, getting back on the trail right now. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It was a great night last night. Weather dropped down to about 30-35 degrees. All of us stayed really warm with our setups. And yeah, we're just going to continue on. We're probably about a fifth of the way through the trail right now. We'll probably try to get close to the halfway mark and then find another camp spot for tonight. Alright, so the trail kind of weaves in and out. We're back on it. We believe it's Cane Lake Road anyway. So it hops back on pavement for a short while. There's really no service out here, so my app is trying to keep up with us. We're using Onyx Off-Road. And so far it's been spot on. It's just when you lose cell phone service completely, just the map has a hard time keeping up. So, but we think we're still going the right direction.
Yeah, this thinks we're still on the blue line, so.
So when you get to the end of Cane Lake Road, it actually turns into an actual trail. You know, you gotta slow your pace a little bit. It's really bumpy and really rocky. It's not nearly as wide, so it's at least more fun. This portion of the trail proved to be one of the more difficult areas. For a Jeep, it's a walk in the park. However, for a Ford F150, it got a little gnarly.
So what are your thoughts on the F-150 keeping up, huh?
You definitely had to take different lines with that truck just because it does not have the clearance, which, I mean, he's got 34s or 35s on that truck, which, for an F-150, he's got it set up really nice. But overall, you know, it doesn't have the clearance. It's got, you know, side steps instead of rock sliders. So he's not going to be able to get into the deep ruts like I can do with this truck. Yeah, for the most part, though, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, he's doing a good job. All right, just around the bend here, it is the Wisconsin-Michigan border.
The point of the switchback appears to be the border. To the right.
Yep. This is the border right... pretty much here. It's this road. Yeah, we're officially in Michigan. Back to the motherland. So as you cross back into Michigan, you do hit pavement again for a little while. And I think the trail is going to pick up a couple miles here on the left. Crows. That can't be a good sign. Is that an eagle up there? You see it up on the...
Josh, there's a bald eagle in the tree straight ahead of us, right above the road.
I think that might be a bald.
It is.
Oh, look at the birds over here.
It absolutely is.
Wow, look at all of them.
Dude, another osprey, maybe an eagle over to the right.
Oh, yep,
It is
there
a
he
bald
goes.
eagle, dude. Holy
That's
cow.
cool.
Please tell me you got that shot.
Yeah, he's got the GoPro recording. That's amazing.
America.
Yeah.
Not a bad little spot.
Very nice.
Get out and stretch your legs for a minute.
Absolutely.
So we're out here at Lake St. Catherine. It's just one of the lakes that you drive by along this trail. It just looked beautiful from the trail. So we're like, hey, let's stop, stretch our legs for a minute, and just check it out. It's a beautiful area. So we stopped at this place along the trail here where it's got this kind of a swampy area with a bunch of beaver dams. So we're gonna check that out. Just waiting for you to sink in. Shut up, Tim. You're not my dad. Oh my God.
Was not expecting that.
So we're going through this little offshoot trail out to, it's called Bender Lake. We're getting to the point in the day where we need to find a campsite, so we're hoping there's something decent out here. It's a little bit of a tight trail, which my truck not really having a whole lot of issue, but you know, Josh is probably getting pinstripes down his paint right now.
What are you sliding on?
There's mud under those leaves there. So the trail out to Bender Lake is a no-go. It gets really tight in here, and I was able to get my truck all the way to the end of it, but it's all blocked off with several downed trees. Josh was not able to get his full-size truck down here. And then when I got all the way to the end, I had to do like a 3 to 4 point turn just to, you know, get it turned around on the trail. So yeah, Bender Lake is a bust. So we went to the other side of Echo Lake here and found a pretty good spot. It was previously used by other people because there is a fire ring already set up out here. And it does overlook the lake. You can kind of see it down there. We did walk down there a little bit ago, and it is beautiful. After settling in, we got dinner going, started a fire, and enjoyed the rest of our night. Be sure to tune in for part 2 of the 7-hour plane crash trail.